And then the speaker wires turn it on right here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna make this box a speaker box. We're gonna add these speakers into this box, and plus we're gonna be powered by Milwaukee battery. So we're gonna be making a Milwaukee boom box out of this US General. Don't forget to help out this channel by subscribing, hitting the like and the bell. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok for more to deals, price glitches, Black Friday deals, and small projects like this. So let's go ahead and start. So we're just gonna pretty much remove the drawers right here. Here's the speaker box. We're gonna remove everything. Now, first time you're gonna need a hole saw. So with everything you need, that's the hole saw right there. That's for that size of a speaker. If you are gonna be putting 4-inch speakers, it's gonna be smaller. The Milwaukee adapter. So this is the Milwaukee battery adapter. You do have to wire this up. So, and obviously you got the other mounting hardware. So we're gonna be mounting this on the back of the box. You can get that for DeWalt, Hercules, whatever you have, Ridgid, Makita. This is a voltage meter. We're gonna be putting this on here on the front of and then you do have USB Type C and USB Type A. Next one down is you got some connectors. So these are like butt connectors for wiring. So they do have different sizes. That's it right there. And grommets. Personally, I just invested on safety. So this is a grommet in case you're going to be doing pass-throughs on metal. And this is optional. I don't know yet if I'm going to be installing this or not. But this is a light. Next thing down is we have this adapter for the LED lights. This is a motorcycle mini USB outlet adapter. This connects directly to the battery, and it does have some conversion chip there. And it does have, I believe, fuse. Next one down, we do have the amp. I do prefer you guys get this one, the CK 102T. Next one down, we do have the switch. So this is going to be an on and off switch. Alright, so this is the on and off switch. I chose black. You can choose different colors. Here's the installation. And finally, here we got some sound deadening material. Now this is my first time building one of these. So it's not gonna be perfect, but it'll definitely get the job done. So it's kind of flexible. It's on the thinner side. I'm gonna put this amp together because there's a lot of parts in here, and oh gosh, these are super. It's probably the worst part of doing all this on the top. So we're gonna start here with the top. Alright, so we're gonna start with the speakers here. Alright, so we got the speakers right here. There's some really nice speakers. CB52, 50 watt RMS, 200 watt max, two-way coaxial speaker, 5.25 4 ohm, made in China. Oh man, these barely fit in here. Alright, so you got your marker. You're gonna mark them just about like that. Alright, you're just gonna take a pry tool, put it in between that. It does have some tabs on the back there too as well. So alright, so I will have to trim a little bit on the speaker. Just make sure you don't trim too much. Alright, so this is what you have to trim on the speaker to be able to fit. That's what happens when you put bigger speakers. But put them in here, they fit perfectly. So once you have them in there, you do have to trim a little bit on the speaker, unless you want to get the smaller ones. I do recommend you guys get the smaller ones. Avoid this hassle, but it's easy to trim some plastic. And next thing down, you have the drawer, so you have to trim the drawer because obviously this is not gonna especially the top drawer. You do have to gut it out pretty much everything except for the sides. Alright, so on this one you're gonna need your angle grinder, cutting wheel. This is what the bottom drawer should look like. I did cut all of it off, so all you do have is this bottom piece or this front fascia. This is gonna cover everything up like so. Alright, so we're ready to drill the holes where we're gonna sit the speakers. Alright, so this is the battery module right here. We're just going to install it right here in the middle. Alright, we're going to do our crimp. Crimping is done. We're going to connect our positive to these connectors. Alright, so this is what we got so far. Pretty much we got everything already in here. Speakers, and then I did put the LED already on there. The LED is powered by a USB type C or USB type A, and then you got this power device that it's like a motorcycle accessory. So you obviously positive negative. Excuse my wiring mess, but I'm trying to get this together just in a couple hours here. All right, so you got the switch right here. So you got the thicker wires. Both of those are positive. One's going to be to the battery, which is this. This is to the battery, the Milwaukee battery, obviously. And then this one's going to be the positive to everything else. So, and then these white wires, one's going to be a positive, one's going to be a negative. You're going to connect this to all the positives, the one that's, and the other one to the negatives, to all the negatives. So that's very, very simple. It's a 4-wire platform right there. I did use these. These are perfect for this, guys. These are perfect for that. This does have a fuse. This USB thing does have a fuse right there. The amplifier, very simple. What you do is, excuse the wiring, I guess. I'm trying to clean this up. And I did have to do cutouts on the back of the drawer, so I could fit these big speakers in there. Yeah, they're just way too big. So the amp does have a positive and a negative. So that has to fit in that has to go into the positive and negative of the batteries after the switch, of course. And then the speaker wires are right here. So positive, negative, first channel, second channel. And then that's it. Just drill the hose for all and I did make a mess right here on this. So this is my first time making one of these, so I did make a mess. I did scratch it right here, so I just put some black tape on it, but it looks okay. I mean, there's a few scratches around right here and right there. Those are harder to see, but this one was a big scratch because of the hole saw. But I managed to cover it up with some black tape, so it's fairly decent. I mean, it's my first one, so my first one is probably going to be my last one. I'm not going to sell these or anything. I'm just going to do this video so you guys would understand. If you guys want to do one of these toolboxes for yourself. Guys, this thing is loud, guys. So, yeah, this you got a USB type A, USB type C on this one. You got on and off. Direct current, and it tells you the gauge right there. Seems like I'm going to have to go ahead and cut the drawer, this part right there, and right here, just to make the cover so it can cover this part up. But other than that, I think it went pretty smooth. Alright guys, so here it is. This is what we got. This is what I accomplished. It is not perfect. It does have a lot of defects because this is the first time I do this. And the hole saw was a challenge. So standard Milwaukee battery, you guys are able to power this through pretty much whatever battery platform you have. The key is buying one of these adapters that has a low voltage protection. So this is just screwed in there. I did put a grommet on the back. So this does have built-in voltage protection. If your device does not have voltage protection, low voltage protection, you need to add another device inside the box. But this one does have that for protection of this battery. So you know you want to keep this battery. Of course, these are expensive batteries, so you want to have them protected. So this is the on and off button right here for the power for the battery. So you guys did look at the front already. It is not perfect, like I said. The speakers are inside. It does have an LED stripping on the sides. I did screw these in there. These are 5.25 speakers. If I did go through a lot of cutting and everything on the inside, so I was able to fit these speakers. Unfortunately, I was not able to fit the covers on there. These are way too big. for that to happen. I think the 5.25 will sound better than the 4s. It was worth the hassle. So the top drawer does not open. It is cut, so it opens to there, and it is cut just about an inch. So right where it grabs, that's where it's cut. So nothing else in the back. There's nothing. The first drawer is completely gone. There's only, like I said, only an inch where it hinges onto the bearings, to the ball bearings. The bottom drawer does pull out. So I did put a piece of tape here just to help out with airflow, so it locks everything in there. So you do have to open it up a little bit, just like that, to control the LED strip. If you're not going to be messing with this, then don't bother. You don't have to open this. So it just works like a drawer, normal. On and off button right here. We do have a USB Type C, USB Type A. We do have an on and off button right there for this device. We do have on and off for the amplifier, treble, and bass. Let's turn it on. Let's see what this looks like. So you turn it on right here. And it's going to sound like that. I'm going to go ahead and lower the volume. It's a little high. We do have 17.2 voltage. It already connected to my phone. It does it automatically when you turn it on, which is a plus. I do suggest you guys put sound material on it, just to prevent it. It does have some on the top and some in the bottom drawer, just to prevent it from rattling. And I gotta say, it does sound pretty good. I mean, for what it is. It's not perfect. This is an expensive project. You can make it cheaper than I did, because this speaker's a little bit more expensive. And I did buy a hole saw for it too, so that, you know, brings up the price. But everything is worth it, guys. You can set it up here. Like that. Or get a tablet. It sounds really good, guys. I mean, I am surprised how well it sounds. Alright, so this is the volume right here. Obviously you can control it from the phone as well. So, and then you got the treble, the bass. It sounds really good. Well, there you guys go. I just turned off the radio there, by the way. So there you guys go. Guys, this was kind of challenging. I did use an angle grinder to cut those drawers with the cutoff wheel. This is what I used. This angle grinder with this cutoff wheel. Use this oscillating tool to cut the speaker. I actually had to cut the speaker to fit it in here on the side of the drawer. So all this is gone. Just the top of the speaker is in there. This side of the speaker and this side of the speaker. That's why you should use a 4. But I just went with the 5. I like bigger is better, right? That's what she said. This is what's left of the top drawer. So there's nothing basically. I took everything off. And here's the hole saw pieces that I am not selling these. I'm just doing this because I want to show you guys how to do it, in case you guys want to do something like this for these mini toolboxes. Very interesting. It's great just to do it yourself, a smaller project. Guys, don't forget to help out this channel by subscribing, hitting the like and the bell. Don't forget to follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook for more tutorials, price glitches, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching.